It's 2019, it's the wokest year ever. Now if you meet someone who says, I'm a unicorn, you have to accept they identify as a f***ing unicorn. So with that in mind, I still find it odd that occasionally I get dirty looks from people because I've got tattoos. Now this isn't one of those terrible tattoo acceptance videos that were popular a few years ago. People crying because they're being treated differently now they've got ink. Well, of course, if you weren't prepared for that, you shouldn't have fucking had it done. This doesn't happen by accident. But the tattoo of mine that normally gets people of a certain disposition shaking their heads, fearing that I could be a thug, or worse than that here in Britain, I could even be foreign, is this one here. I don't know if you can see. It's the Grim Reaper playing an electric guitar. Now, given that I often wear heavy metal shirts, you may think that's what that's about, but it isn't. This is from a painting called Under an Eldritch Sky, and that was based on the novel Soul Music by the late Sir Terry Pratchett. In fact, my entire left arm is based on Terry Pratchett's popular Discworld novels. So whereas people may back away afraid of me because I've got tattoos, this arm actually says I enjoy reading comic fantasy novels. My favourite novel of all time is this, Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. And it's recently been made into a 6-part television series, which I'm not going to critique that. People often say the film isn't as good as the book, and it isn't. But there's a group in America of fundamentalist Christians calling themselves Return to Order, I think. And they want Good Omens to be banned. And their reason for this are, first of all, that in the TV series, the voice of God is played by Frances McDermott, I think her name is, the lady from Fargo. And in the book, Good Omens, the voice of God doesn't feature. It's used in the film as a narrative tool. It's just a narrator telling us, the viewer, what the fuck is going on. They also then object to the Antichrist because Good Omens is a send-up of the Omen. And they say it's wrong that the Antichrist should be so normal, just a normal kid, although they'd say it in an American accent. I don't think they've seen the fucking Omen in the first place. The whole point of that film is that Damien doesn't know he's the Antichrist, and nor does anyone else. If the Antichrist was born 15 feet tall with flames coming out of his fucking head, everyone would go, there's something wrong with that kid. Whereas Good Omens is a redemption tale. It's about what happens if the Antichrist never finds out he's the Antichrist. What if he doesn't have that influence? And the other thing that these twats are objecting to is saying that it's going to normalise Satanism. Now, I move in some very strange circles. I've met a few Satanists, and I can say this, every single Satanist is as dull as fuck. These are people who are so boring they've been kicked out of train spotting clubs. They want anything to appear interesting, so in the end they go, I worship the devil, hail Satan. That's wrong as well. The devil horn, that's actually a way to ward off the devil. That's something you've learnt. The one thing they didn't object to, though, which I thought they would, because this is an American fundamentalist Christian group, they didn't object to Adam and Eve being black, because one thing I've learnt with a lot of fundamentalist Christians is they're really fucking racist. It's all peace and love unless that person isn't white. So they've launched their petition. This is where it gets really good. Over 20,000 of them signed a petition asking Netflix to cancel Good Omens. And guess what? It's happened. It's no longer on Netflix. Because it never was. Good Omens was made by Amazon. Fact check that one. So these guys are probably now going on, hey, it's a miracle. Our prayers are being answered. It's no longer there on Netflix. Whereas the guys who run Netflix are going, what the fuck is this about? We don't even make this show. We make Lucifer. Why didn't they complain about Lucifer? That's a series which is essentially about the devil. Anyway, for those of us who are Terry Pratchett fans, we all know the truth. The turtle moves. Mind how you go.